Alright, so a couple things I did to the S2000. I had to get a brand new return line for my turbo because the end of the AN fitting just broke off. I was working on it at school trying to fix a leak, and we found out that the leak was actually coming through there. I already replaced it with a brand new one. I believe I got this fitting for $15, that one for $20, and the hose for $10. And I just paid them, I think, $5 for to make it. Another thing that I did was I took off this bracket that was basically sitting right there underneath these hoses, and it was just really clunky. I didn't really like it, so I just switched it out, and I got some 5/16 hose, and I just connected it basically where it was supposed to. And then I also rerouted this vacuum line. The vacuum line that I added tucked over here was a 5/32. Zip tied it right here just so it's all tucked away right there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is tap the fuel rail. Once I'm there, I'm gonna change the seals because last time I took off the injectors at school and the seals were pretty bad. So I'm just gonna change out the seal. The seal kit for this car, I got 1000cc injectors. They were about $25. So yeah, that's the plan.
All right, so I am draining all the oil, and I'm gonna be using 10-way 30 full synthetic, high mileage, and an STP oil filter. All right, so now I changed the oil filter. I torqued the drain plug to 30 foot-pounds. Now we're just gonna add it. All right, I'm gonna turn it on and then see where the level's at. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better. Did the oil change. Took that off. I'll let it warm up and then I'm gonna check the level real quick. So that's gonna be it for today. Yeah. This hardwire kit from Amazon, I got it for $10. We're gonna wire this up, and then I'm gonna wash my engine bay, and then I'm gonna paint that strut bar over there.
So the way this is gonna be wired is basically they're gonna extend all the way to this HID, and then we're gonna hopefully loop this all the way around, and we're gonna put this ground on a ground that, I don't know if you can see it, but it's down there. Then all this routes back to this HID, and then this is the power one that we're gonna just put on the battery. So we decided to route it around here and then bring it around all the way over here so it's more tucked and out of the way. So now we got both headlights working. Problem solved.
And it's literally the way you're supposed to do it too.
That's pretty good. And I believe the hardwired kit was the same brand, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's pretty sick. True. Fuck. So while I try to get this fixed, I am... Oh, fuck, I have all my parts upstairs. Okay. I got the parts. He's gonna take it all off, clean the bay, and what I have planned for the S2000 is this fuel pressure gauge. So I got this from Jegs. It was $30, and it's pretty good quality. It's an 1.5 inch. Okay, it has a 1/8 inch NPT, and while I have the fuel rail off, I'm gonna put this seal kit for my fuel injecting clinic 1000cc injectors. The seal kit was about $25 at fuelinjectorclinic.com. All right, so we got some purple power And we got a little spray bottle. We're just gonna try to clean up this bay a little bit.
Okay, so I washed it. It looks way cleaner than how it was. So I'm gonna use this hardwire kit like I showed earlier.
And we did it a little differently than we thought we were going to. We thought we were going to put it right here up against these lines and zip tie, but we ended up doing it against the AC line. And it'll be pretty covered by the intake. And then we zip tied this and everything works. So now we got lights. All right, so different day. We're gonna take off the fuel rail. I already started. We took off the banjo bolt that is on the fuel pulsation damper, and we already took off this little protective thingy. I don't even think it's a heat shield, but we're gonna take off the fuel pressure regulator, and then after that we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts. They're all 10 mils, I think. All right, so got the fuel rail off. Now, as you can see, these were really, what's the word? Pinched? You can see that was really, really pinched, and all of them are like that. So yeah, we're just gonna replace them really quick, and then after we replace them, we're gonna tap that for a fuel pressure gauge. And then after that, we're just gonna put it all back together. So I redid all of the wire loom, so it looks nice and brand new. I just took the fuel rail over to the shop, and they're gonna let me know when it's ready. I finished off all of these injectors. Alexis is over here cleaning up his strut bar because he's getting ready to paint it. He's gonna paint it wrinkle black. All right, got his bumper back on, got the lights going, got the turning signal lights going too, because I think they went bad. Injectors are ready to go whenever I get the go ahead from the shop to go get the fuel rail. All right guys, so I just put the fuel injectors back on, put them on almost, well, I would say perfectly actually. And as you can see, I got the fuel gauge tapped in. All right, so it's the next day. You can see it a whole lot better now. I cleaned up these brackets to hold the harness into place, and I got brand new bolts for it, because they were using these bolts that have these like studs at the end that were used to put this on, but I'm not going to use this anymore because the fuel gauge, the fuel pressure gauge is in the way. So I got those, and then I also lost a nut right here, so I'm just gonna replace them with these zinc plated ones. So got those Allen bolts and the zinc plated bolts all in there. Nuts. Oh yeah, zinc plated nuts and then the Allen bolts.
This exhaust goes from a 2.5 straight to a 3 all the way back, and then the exit is a 4-inch. All right, so right now we're just mocking the exhaust up. Got my brother here.
So we just put on the brand new catback exhaust, and this came from God Snow Performance, the catback exhaust, and we have not turned it on yet, but as you can see, that sounds different for sure. Damn. Oh, damn. Dude, that shit sounds fucking
We must pay homage to him.